Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Cooking Uncovered. I'm back again with Auntie Janet from Edmonton, and we are preparing another dish this afternoon, which is another one of those favorite dishes of Auntie Janet because it's a 4-ingredient wonder. And this dish has to do with chicken. So, tell us about this dish.
It's called Mexicali chicken, and there's 4 ingredients to it. Skinless, boneless chicken breasts, salsa, I'm going to say cream cheese on top of the chicken breasts, salsa on top of that, baked in the oven, covered with cheddar cheese, and baked for another 15 minutes.
So you bake it first, and then you put the cheddar cheese on. So I'm gonna start. I'll get the chicken out, shall I?
Right. Okay. Chicken out.
Chicken.
And this is just this is the 4 ingredients here with the chicken.
So we have our chicken in the fridge, and Jan is going to show you how we're going to prepare this. Now, one of our time-saving tips for today is that anytime I'm dealing with chicken, I have on my counter, can you just hold that for me, Jan? Thanks. My yellow board. And we only use the yellow board for raw chicken. And here's my green board, not that we're using vegetables tonight, except for, of course, in our salsa, but I'm going to cut the vegetables, if I was, on the green board. So I'm going to move this over out of the way, actually. And here's our baking dish. So Jan's going to use this cutting board for the chicken. There you go. You go. Oh, I have to wash this first.
Right.
Really important, before you use chicken, even though it looks clean and you think it's clean, in actual fact there are tons of pathogens on the outside of the chicken when you buy it from the store. So you take it to the back and you rinse it, or take it to your sink and rinse it under cold running water, and that takes out about 75 to 90% of the pathogens on the skin.
Yes.
Right? So if you want to talk about the amounts we're going to use, and I'll be right back.
And with the chicken too, I've got a cloth here that I'm going to dry it on, because it does have to be very, very dry, because a lot of the ingredients are quite liquid, but they do form a very, very nice sauce in the chicken afterwards. And I cut the breasts in long slices so that people can have a small, large amount, whatever. And then
here's your chicken.
Here's the chicken.
There's your chicken. So go ahead. I'm going to wash my hands.
So now this, I will wash my hands after I handle the chicken. Put it in a cloth like this, and you really squeeze and get all the moisture off the chicken.
So of course, once we've used this tea towel to do that with, of course we're going to discard the tea towel that goes into the wash right away. You don't use it for anything else because you want to be cognizant of the fact that there's possibility of cross-contamination. Now I've washed my hands, I won't touch the chicken again.
Now I'm still touching the chicken and handling it.
And Jan, where's your knife? I'll get your knife.
I've got the knife here. Marion, thanks.
Oh, you got the knife. Okay,
I'm just going to put this cloth over there. That's not going to be used again for anything else.
So 2 chicken breasts, and this will serve?
It should serve about 4 people. I mean, if you served it with a salad, of course, you can serve it with noodles or rice, whatever, or just a salad or bread. Again, it's a recipe that once you've made it a couple of times, you get to the feel of it, and you kind of know how much it is.
Exactly.
And, and depending on if you're feeding teenagers, of course. Again.
Yeah. If you're feeding the young men in our family, like Jonathan or David or Keith, you would have to probably double this recipe. So this would about 4 nice servings. Now, again, this is one of those recipes from Auntie Jan that you can double and you can triple and you can quadruple with not one problem, because it makes large amounts and it makes small amounts like this very, very easily. So Jan is just putting the chicken into the baking dish. She's cutting them in long lengths, so that's 2 chicken breasts. So that's perfect.
I'm going to remove this because it's had chicken, and I'm just going to wash my hands.
So here we go. She's back. She's going to wash her hands. Now, the thing that you have to remember with chicken, doesn't matter how you're baking chicken or cooking chicken, is the internal temperature has to be over 170 to 175. So when we put this into the oven, it bakes for half an hour, and then with the cheese on it, bakes for another 10 minutes?
Yeah, about another 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. And then it sits for another 10 or 15 until your sauce is kind of congealed.
So now, we're putting cream cheese
on top.
And Jan says it's about 1.5 cups. So here we go. I'm just gonna.
The cream cheese has to be at room temperature. And that's very important
So
for
this
the spreading part of it.
This is very soft cream cheese, which is perfect. Now, I'm going to make sure that I do not touch the chicken with this because I certainly don't want to contaminate any of the cream cheese that we're not using. Is that good enough?
I think that's good enough.
Okay,
Now
so-
make sure that the chicken is well covered with the cream cheese like this.
Perfect.
That. And you can bring your cream cheese to room temperature by nuking it in the microwave.
So
Just for a few
softening,
minutes, it's softening.
a little bit easier to spread if you soften it in the microwave. That's perfect.
And
Okay,
a very
so,
good.
so that would be about 1.25 cups of cream cheese.
But
Perfect.
again, this has touched the chicken, so I'm just going to put it away.
Okay, we have our measuring cup here. How much
I would
salsa?
say about 2 cups.
2
or
cups?
maybe a cup and a half. We'll
Cup and a
start with
half?
cup and a
Okay.
half.
So shall I measure that for you?
Yeah, please.
There we go. So 1.5 cups of salsa, and again, your choice of salsa. You can make it yourself, which of course the recipe for that is on YouTube. My famous salsa with rhubarb, or just buy the cheapest stuff in the store. Right? You don't have to.
No, except it is good to get a thicker salsa. Don't get
Okay.
a real thin one because it
So
will.
you-
Yeah,
Thick and chunky.
yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
okay. Oh, okay.
Thick and chunky.
So this happens. This is actually chunky salsa. So I bought.
And
the
that
right
was
kind.
almost a cup and a half, and you completely cover the chicken with it like this,
Can you see that? There you go.
and that's
then,
it. Into the oven at 375 for about half an hour at least, until you can see it bubbling.
Can
And
you
that-
believe that? Can you believe that? So
And
then,
this is the cheese that's ready for afterwards.
so we're going to put the cheese on after the chicken is baked for 30 minutes. Is that
At
right?
least 30 to
Perfect.
40 minutes. You want to make
Perfect.
sure you cook your chicken
So
well.
here you go, Jan. Pop it in the oven. Thank you. Very good. Okay, so because we happen to be having more than 4 people, we've made 2 dishes tonight. So here's this unbelievable, easy, delicious chicken. Folks, honestly, you will be so surprised because this
Yeah.
is so delicious.
People
so we
do
have
really
here we
like
go.
it, and as I
Here
say,
we go,
I've served
Jan.
it with rice. So we're just going to put a piece on
Here you
here.
And then we're going to just cut into
And
it.
as I say, it thickens, when it sits, the sauce thickens, which is what you want to do. So you have to leave it for at least 10
that
minutes.
looks delicious. That looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see this with noodles. I can see this with rice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, wow. Now, do you put anything on top? Is that
Nope,
it?
that's
It. So
that's it.
just move that over. There we go. And we're just going to cut into it just so that we can have a little bite. Oh my, that's done. Jan,
Isn't
here.
that lovely?
That's done perfectly. It's just, and it's hot, very hot. Oh wow. Oh. Mmm.
And your
Mexicali?
chicken? Mexicali chicken.
Mexicali, Auntie Jan's Mexicali chicken.
And your chicken will never dry out. It's just lovely. You know, it's just a lovely sauce.
Wow.
And make sure you make lots of it if you have young people, because they will love it.
They will love it. And 4 ingredient wonder, again, from Auntie Janet. So Jan, thanks again. Thanks. Thanks for joining us on Cooking Uncovered, and we hope you enjoyed this great dish from Auntie Janet, another one of her favorite dishes. And
Cheers.
we are off to have a great dinner. We have the Mexicali chicken. We're going to make some nice quinoa and a tossed salad for my daughter when she comes over, and for my son as well. So thanks for joining us on Cooking Uncovered. So we're off. We're going to go enjoy the backyard. Bye-bye. Thanks for
Have a
joining
nice
us.
day.
Bye.